I'm wrong, but we'll see. How did I want to get your thoughts back on the change of the title. Give me your thoughts on the current champ and what you thought when you watched the fight.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. I really think like Joanna has really kind of like lit a fire under the strawweight division and has really got everyone excited about it. I love Carla and she's a good friend of mine, but I think Joanna being the champ has done and will do great things for the division. Sorry. I think everyone's excited to see like potential matchups just because she is an awesome striker. But I didn't expect Joanna to win. I thought Carla was going to go out there and put her on her ass and either, pound her out or choke her out. So I was definitely surprised by the outcome of that fight. But that's what's exciting about MMA, I guess. Anything can happen.
Hey, I'm with you. I thought Carla, I'll go on record. I thought Carla was going to go in there and hand her a quick loss. I thought she was going to dominate her. And, I was equally surprised. That was not how I expected that one to go. So, Beth, let's talk a little bit about your guys' current division. Give me your thoughts on the current division and obviously some fights out there for you that you're interested in. I mean, obviously you have this fight coming up, and I don't think anybody expects you to overlook anybody. But, I mean, for you, I think there's a lot of interesting matchups. So I'm curious for you, your thoughts on the current division.
I think it's stacked. It's such a stacked division, and I think that's what makes it so exciting. Nearly every fight possibility is exciting to me. Like you said, though, like I'm focusing on Ham right now. No one else has really crossed my mind. I'm just trying to dial in on this fight at hand, and then obviously I'll look into who I want to fight next. But I guess like there's a lot of exciting matchups coming up with Jess Penn and Juliana and a few other girls that have just been booked, like Rose versus Nina. That's exciting. So there's going to be a lot of good fights this year. I'm pumped. I thought I was a little bit worried in January. I'm like, damn, they're not booking anyone. What's going on? Have they forgotten about us? But no, they obviously were just looking for the right matchups, and it's exciting to see, who's going to get the next title shot and whatnot. So I just saw that Aisling Daly versus Claudia has been called off, though, so I'm a little bummed about that. I was interested to see who was going to win that one and see if, Claudia got a shot at Joanna again.
Yeah, that fight was off as well, just I think 2 days ago or so, 3 days ago, and that's a bummer. I always love when there's girls on the card because I think that you guys bring a different intensity, and it's not to say that the men don't bring the intensity, but I think that there's just something different. Like the atmosphere changes. It's almost like the lights go a little bit dimmer, the music gets a little louder when you girls step inside the cage.
Definitely. I don't know what it is. It's like, I guess because people aren't used to it. I get, used to seeing two girls punch each other in the face. So I think that kind of like excites people a little bit. But yeah, we definitely bring it. A lot of people say, that there's not enough chance of knockout and things like that. But I think that's why we fight the way we do, because there's less likely chance of you getting knocked out. So we can, we can be a little bit more risque and throw a little bit more wilder and kind of like, I guess we do fight a little bit more aggressive, I guess you could say.
I think so too. It's like I take it like the big muscle cars versus like the little Hondas. Like those little Hondas just get up and go. They're loud, they're fast, they're quick. The muscle cars are big and loud. That's like the Brock Lesnar type. They're always fun to watch. But like, hey, give me one of them little Hondas every once in a while. I'm good too.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to find that balance. Everyone wants to see the big guys, but they're starting to get excited about the little guys and the girls as well. So it's all about finding that balance.
Exactly. And Rick, I personally have started to take more interest in the smaller weight classes because I think that's really where you're going to find the educated fan. And I'm not taking anything away from people who enjoy the heavyweights or who enjoy the light heavyweights or anybody else. But for me, I think that the fights are a lot more technical with the smaller fighters, because the technicality that's going to allow you to win the fight or capitalize is finding those mistakes that your opponent makes, as opposed to just getting that one big shot that you land and it changes the fight.
Yeah, definitely. I still feel like, MMA nowadays is more it's more technical. Like a lot of people got further earlier on with just their athleticism and toughness, But now, like, MMA has evolved, and I definitely feel like we're all like a new breed of fighter. So I definitely feel like we're all very technical. But yeah, like the smaller guys and that they do have to rely a lot more on technique and instead of the muscles and the strength.
For sure. All right, Bec, so before I run out of time with you, I want to talk a little bit about outside of the world of MMA. You're already going to basically be home after your fight, so I'm curious, when are you going to be back in the U.S. after your fight? Are you going to take some time and stay in Australia for a while before you end up coming back, or what's the plan for you?
Yeah, I'll be chilling out in Australia, obviously, until I get my next fight booked. I've got to get back to my family, my boys. I'm missing them like crazy, so I'm actually excited to get back there and see them and just cuddle them and hang out with them until my next flight's booked. But yeah, as soon as I get another flight booked, I'll be planning my trip back over here to train and get ready for the next one. So hopefully I'd like to move out here with the family so I don't have to leave them. That would be like ideal, and I could be here all year round and get the best training 24/7. But right now I'm in between countries trying to make it work.
Oh man, I mean that's something that I know has always been hard for you is the fact that when you do come over here, you've got to leave the boys and then wait to go back. So are they going to come and watch you fight this time? Are they going to be there when you get back? On the, I think you said the second or the third you get back, are they going to be there with you then, or are you going to wait to see them until after the fight?
I head back, I'll go home and see them for a few days, and then I'll head to Adelaide. They're going to stay with my mom at my house. They're not really interested in me fighting. They can't really tell the difference between training and fighting yet. They're like, we don't want to watch you train, Mom. We get to see you do that every day. So yeah, they'll stay at home with me. They don't care. They're like, you're boring.
See, that's the difference between a regular child and a fighter's child. You know what I'm saying? Like, my
yep.
daughter doesn't fight anymore either. She's like, oh, Dad, the UFCs are on again. Great. Like, the last time I'm like, hey, honey, we've got tickets to the UFC tonight. Do you want to go? She's like, I guess. And I'm like, what? Dude, you're 6 years old. You should be jumping out of your freaking chair screaming like, you're the coolest dad ever. You got tickets to the UFC again. No, like, she's like, yeah, I guess. Is Grandma coming with us, or who are we? Like, wow, dude, like, you're overly spoiled.
Yeah, they have no idea. I think once they get older and they'll start, noticing that other mums or, other dads don't take their kids to UFC fights and things like that, they'll be like, wow, like, I've got it good.
Exactly. Like, I think it's just, they see it so much, like you said, that it just becomes almost like normal, like a normal kid.
Yep.
If his dad was a dentist, like, oh yeah, the dentist office again, great, like whatever.
I know. I've got the UFC game on the Sony PlayStation, and I'm like, do you want to play the UFC game? And they're like, oh, not the training game. I'm like, oh, if only you knew.
I tell you, this kid got rough, Shit, I wish that would have been me growing up, my daughter does, like, for me it was my dad fighting in like small promotions in like rural Idaho. So like we were in little itty bitty I guess like amphitheaters or whatever, like 500 people, and my dad's fighting a guy that we see every single week at another gym. Like, oh great, amazing. My kid gets to that season, she treats it like it's the regional promotion,
Yeah.
So any big plans, Bec, after this? After the fight, I mean, do you guys have like a vacation plan for you and the boys? Anything planned outside of the cage after the fight?
I was thinking of heading back down to Tasmania, my hometown. So visit the family and see my little nephew and niece that never get to see their auntie because I'm a terrible auntie. So that's the plan. Hopefully I can go through with it. But yeah, I'd like to get down there and just visit everyone that I don't get to see very often.
Heck yeah. What's the weather over there like right now? I mean, is it? Are you guys looking at a huge weather change from what it's like over here right now?
No, not really. I left summer in Queensland to California. I guess this is spring. It's spring here, right now, I think. Yeah. And it's still really hot. It's like nothing's changed. It's like there's just no humidity. That's the only thing different. So it's actually it's a nicer environment right now. So I'm pretty happy that I miss Australian winter again. I missed it last year when I filmed Tough. So I've gotten pretty lucky.
Heck yeah. Well, hey, Bec, I want to say, first and foremost, thank you a ton from everybody over here at the site, and, especially a big thank you from Drew and myself for giving us some time tonight. I know your time over here is very valued because you're training, you're away from the boys, so any time that we can get from you, we always appreciate it. So thank you a ton for giving us some time tonight. I wish you the best of luck on the trip over there as well as the fight. And you know the rule over here, though. Before I let you go, I got to give you a minute to thank anybody that's helping pay them bills. So the microphone's yours. Do your thing.
Thank you. I definitely would like to thank South Coast Mitsubishi. They're the ones that have funded this training camp and made it possible for me to come to San Diego and train with the best in the world. So I got a shout out to them, and I got a shout out to Alliance MMA, all my training partners here. God, who else? Oh, my family that are looking after my two little angels right now. Without them, obviously, I wouldn't be able to come over here and train either. So teamwork makes the dream work. So, and everyone else, all my friends and family, all my supporters that, help me make do in my camps when I'm starving myself, keeping me happy and I guess laughing all the time. And yeah, that's probably it. Oh, actually, I should probably thank my gym back home in Australia as well, Gamebred Combat Club. Everyone that helps me stay in shape before I come out here. Yeah, that's it.
There it is. Hey, well, Bec, again, thank you from all of us over here. We definitely appreciate the time, and it's always good catching up. I look forward to the next time we get to talk, and I can't wait to watch you do your thing out in Australia. Best of luck, and I can't wait to see you get that win.
Thank you so much.
No doubt. Have a great night, Bec. Thank you again.